Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to a new year of the Gurukul Cooking Show.
Today, we're going to be talking about a popular topic that's coming up soon.
What, your next math test?
No. Luckily, no math test next week. Only a science test, an English test, a social studies test. Oh, and a Gurukul test. But no, guess again.
You're turning 9.
No, seriously, I turned 9 like 5 years ago. Say something reasonable. Come on, it should be easy.
You're going ice skating.
No way. Okay, well, sure, those stuff could be coming up soon, but what's that super important thing that's coming up?
I have absolutely no idea. What could it be?
Are none of you able to guess it? Let me give you a hint. Candy and scares.
Halloween.
Yup, it's Halloween, the spookiest celebration ever. We're going to show you some very Halloweeny-like foods, so get ready for some spooky deliciousness.
Get dressed in your costume and hit the streets to stock up on candy. Did you know that witch or dinosaur costumes are the 2 most commonly worn costumes on Halloween?
Whoa, I didn't know that. For some reason, I have never wore those costumes before.
Anyways, moving on. How has putting up your Halloween decorations been so far? Did you know that jack-o'-lanterns come from the Irish legend of Stingy Jack? Anyways, let's kick it off to me, also known as Jay, who will be making scary Halloween cake pops. Ooh. Hello there, everybody. My name is Jay, and I am part of YB MMF 200-300. And I will be here with the cooking show, showing you how to make Jack Skellington Oreo Pops. So, to start with the ingredients, we have Oreos, Halloween Oreos, because this is a Halloween-themed cooking show. So, yeah, Halloween Oreos. Honestly, any type of black icing or a black edible marker, that's for the designing of the Oreo Pops. And honestly, you can use any type of stick that you want for the Oreo Pops. Coconut milk and white chocolate that we're gonna mix together and boil. And back to these Oreos. You're gonna use these Oreos, put them on one of these sticks right here, and then you're gonna dip it into the white chocolate mix once it's fully done cooking. So then you dip them in there, and then you stick them in the freezer so that the sticks can stick on, and so that the white chocolate mix can harden on these. And then you decorate this. So let's get started. Okay, so hi again. We're back here, and here are our Oreos. And you see, they're on our parchment paper here. And with my trusty scissors over here, I cut the thing open for this. And we're gonna put the sticks into the Oreos, one by one. Aha, here, 6. So, hello there again, and right now we're putting in the sticks for the Oreos so that you can hold these without actually having to touch them. So we've already done 3, as you can see right here. And the best way to do these without them flying off is taking off the top of the Oreo and just like gently putting this into the cream, like so. Then you put it back on. just know, don't push too hard, because then this thing will either break or the stick will fly out and hit you in the eye, and that's not good for you. So basically, here's another one. You, like, turn it off, you slide it off the thing, then you push the stick in, and you put it on. And then one of these already broke for me, so I've got to get another one. And here we are. We have another one. And as I said before, you slide these off and you put them on. And there you have it. This is one of the few steps complete. When we come back, we will have white chocolate to be making and dunking these. Okay, so here we are, and I'm back with all the chocolate, and we're using the double boiler technique, where below this, the pan that's on top of, the pot that's on the top of this pot, there's water in that pot, on the bottom pot, and on the top pot is where we're going to be putting our trusty coconut oil and our white chocolate. And since we're making half of the recipe, we'll be using two of these Ghirardelli chocolate, white chocolate things, and only 1 teaspoon of this. For the regular one, it'd be twice this, so then it'd be 4 of these and 2 teaspoons of this. So, what we're gonna do is break our chocolate, in half. Minor problem here. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and we're gonna put our coconut oil in. Jeez, that's hot. And we're gonna put our chocolate in, one by one. Don't get too close to the pot, because then you'll burn yourself. But there's a big one. 2 more left. Now 1 more. Now no more. And we're gonna wait here for a couple minutes while it boils. So here we are mixing the chocolate. So the reason why we use the double boiler method here is because, you see, this is the chocolate and we need to dip it. And do you want burnt chocolate on your Oreo? No, I didn't think so. So basically, this is to prevent it from getting boiled, but also melting it at the same time. So yeah, basically, this is how we're gonna dip. We're gonna, continue to break this and fully cook it. And once it is fully melted, we will dip these Oreos. So yeah. And we're back, and the chocolate is ready to be dipped. I have the Oreos right here. So let's start dipping. So we have the melted chocolate here, and we're gonna put it on this nice little hot plate. Yeah, let's just mix it a little bit. And there. So let's get the first one of our cookies. This guy. And we're just gonna, oh no. Okay, so we are making a lot of these. Now, be careful, because if you touch these are very, very fragile. Let me just say that, because I have broke like 2 of them. So I would suggest you try to be careful with these, because I already cracked this one, but it should be pretty good, because this thing doesn't seem like it's going to be bad. And yeah, this one's done. So, one left. And here we are. They might not look that good, but they're going in the freezer. So, this is about an hour after I have put the white chocolate on these things. It didn't turn out too well, but some did pretty good. And I will be using this one first. And let's see how this goes because we're going to decorate Jack Skellington face on these things. So okay, so the pen didn't work out so well. But I have this, and this is going to work with this, not with this thing, not the pen, this icing. So we're gonna use this decorating tool here to decorate the thing with the icing. So, yeah. Okay, so we got one done. Okay, so here we are with the Jack Skellington cake pop. This personally is probably the best one I made. It looks really good. And yeah. And I also have this one, and I kind of want to eat it. So, yeah. Really good. Anyways, so yeah. If you guys got till here, these are really good cake pops. I suggest you try making them yourself at home. Yeah. So that's how to make Jack Skellington cake pops. Bye-bye. Well, those were some very spooky Halloween cake pops. I hope you all enjoyed those if you make them.
You know, I was thinking about candy. Do you know that people spend over $9 billion on Halloween in the US? That's about $92 per person. That is just so much money on like candy.
Imagine how much money you could spend on other things. You could buy a bunch of Teslas with $9 billion. You know, that's very off topic. I feel very punny today. Anyways, why did the pumpkin take a detour? To avoid the seedy part of town.
Oh, you know what? All throughout this episode, you've been saying your puns. However, do you know that I've got a few good Halloween puns up my sleeve as well?
Oh, yeah? Well, it's funny because I've got a couple of good ones too. You're really gonna like these jokes if you've got a sense of humor.
Sure, let's see it then. Get ready for the ultimate rapid fire joke slash pun off.
Okay, you know, that's it. You go first. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, where do ghosts buy their Halloween candy? At the ghostery store.
Huh. What do you call two witches living together? Broommates.
Ah. Why did the Cyclops give up teaching? He had only one pupil.
So lame. Did I ever tell you why the skeleton didn't come to my amazing Halloween party? He had no body to dance with.
Nah. Okay, I got the best one. Which Halloween monster is good at math? Count Dracula.
Gotta say, we do have some very nice ones, but I got one more. Don't worry, this is the very last one. Why was the candy corn booed off stage? All of his jokes were too corny.
Oh my. Nice one. But now we were a lot better than that candy corn. I'm sure none of you thought that our jokes were corny, right?
Switching gears, we'll start off a Halloween dish that actually started as a Thanksgiving tradition, the pumpkin pie.
Do you know that the dish that we commonly associate with Halloween actually didn't originate from it?
Yeah, I heard that American colonists used pumpkin pie in pie crusts, but not in the filling. That type of pumpkin pie that we know today was not made until the 1700s. It was actually pumpkin pie crust.
Yes. And according to the American Pie Council, which I know that's really weird, but it really exists, 1 out of 5 Americans have eaten an entire pumpkin pie by themselves.
That's unbelievable. Who would eat that much pumpkin pie at once?
But do you know what's another part of Halloween, other than the food, of course, that I look forward to for weeks? The costumes. Are you wondering what to dress up this year as Halloween? Something scary and spooky, or something fun and silly?
I think I'm gonna dress up as something silly, like a wavy tube man in the car parking lots.
Wow.
Here are the top 5 most popular costumes for children. Spider-Man is the most popular. Princesses are the second most popular. Batman is the third most popular. Fourth is any other superhero that is not Spider-Man or Batman. And fifth is a witch.
Whoa, I've actually wore most of those costumes before. But humans aren't the only ones who celebrate Halloween anymore. Over the past years, it's become a new tradition for pets to dress up as well. From Little Red Riding Hood to rocket ships, the possibilities are endless. Here are the top 5 pet costumes.
Number 5, Ghost. Number 4, Bumblebee. Number 3, Superhero for cat. Number 2, Hot Dog. Number 1, a pumpkin. And those are just some of the costumes that people wear for their pets.
Yeah, but the best costume of them all is very clearly the most popular costume of 1993, our very classic, Barney, the purple dinosaur. Doesn't anyone love Barney? I think you already know what I'm going to dress up this year for Halloween.
Did you know that caramel apples were invented in the 1950s when Dan Walker was experimenting with holiday candy? He had extra caramel and apples and just melted the caramel and added the apple. For around 10 years after that, caramel apples were made by hand, but now they're made by machines.
Seriously, are you reading this off the internet? Caramel apples are easiest to make in the fall. This is because of the optimal condition for the caramel apple only comes in the fall with the perfect amount of humidity and etc. There's actually also a National Caramel Apple Day. That is the perfect start to Halloween festivities as it starts on October 30th.
Wait a second. Aren't you the one reading off the internet? How could I be reading off the internet? You sound like you're reading off the internet.
No, I'm not. Honestly, though, I'm just reading off our script.
Doesn't all this talk of caramel apples just want you to make one and eat one or something like that?
Definitely. Well, lucky for us, today Sean will be showing us how to make caramel apples.
Namaste. Today we're going to be making caramel apples. And for today's recipe, all you're going to need are 6 apples. You're going to need about 14 ounces of caramels. And you're going to need some milk, about 2 teaspoons worth. We're going to be using oat milk for today's. You'll also need a bowl to microwave the caramels in, stir, 6 craft sticks, 1 for each apple, and a baking sheet for it to cool on at the end. So the first step is to remove the stems from the apples. You're going to want to hold it firmly and twist the apple and then after about 2-3 twists it should come out. If you're having trouble with it, you can grab a tool like this strawberry grain remover, and you can use it to hold it while you twist and then pull. But we're gonna try using the hand because that's easier. If you just twist it enough times, the stem should come out. Alright, so now that we've removed the stem from all 6 apples, what we want to do is we want to go over here to our baking sheet and we want to just butter it up, or I'm going to use this oil we have here. This is so that the caramel apples don't stick in the end. So now that we're done buttering the baking sheet, the next step is to come over here to our little microwave safe bowl. And we're going to take the caramels, put them in there, and then microwave them for about 2 minutes and stir once at the end. So here are caramels that I'm using. Okay. So just go ahead and unwrap them and just drop them into the bowl. Now that we have all our caramels in the bowl, let's go ahead and go onto the microwave. And go ahead and put it in for 2 minutes. And we'll be back once it's done. We've now done our little microwaving, and it's turned out pretty well. There's a ton of bubbles in it right now. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it here back on the counter like before, and then we're gonna stir it. Okay, now that we've stirred it, the next step is to gently press the craft sticks into the apple. So we're gonna try to do that now, and hopefully it goes well. There we go. Just press it in slightly. Alright, so now we have our 6 apples, all with craft sticks in them. So now that the caramels have cooled a little, and I can say that because this entire string is quite cooled, so is everything else. It's not stringy anymore. It's like mostly cooled, but you can probably make an impression in it. We're gonna roll each apple into the caramel sauce until it's coated in well. So, let's start off with, I guess, this small apple. We'll just dip it in, roll it around. Oh, we're not getting anything. So you don't want your caramel to become so dry that it won't stick to anything. So we're gonna microwave it just a bit more. Moral of the story, don't let it cool for too long, just like, I'd say 15 seconds. We are going to use our stirring tool again. Dun, 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 dun. We've done that. We're going to take our small apple and just wait like 15 seconds. And now we're going to dip the apple in and just roll it around until it's fully coated. do it as quickly as possible because the caramel will be cooling down while you do it, and it'll make it harder to put it on the next few apples. We're gonna just move it onto the craft sheet here. We're gonna gently place it onto the craft sheet. If your craft stick comes out like mine does, either put it in a new angle or just press it in slightly more. So that's one apple done. Now we're gonna do this with the rest of the apples. And look at that, so much better coated because we added the milk. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it right here, yeah, next to the first one. Now the first one's done, as you can see, but of course we're still missing a side and everything. It's not the best, so I'm actually gonna dip it a little bit in this so that part of it, that back part, can be filled. And let's keep dipping the others. Okay, we're gonna put that on the last part. And I think this apple really could have used a bit more, so we're gonna just dip it in here. This first one, which we had put in without any milk and just plain caramel. Alright, so now that we have all 6 of ours here on the thing, we're gonna let them cool for a bit and then we'll try one. So the caramel apples are now done, and don't they look so delicious? Why don't we try? See? Not as much stuck down there because of the oil that we had put at the beginning. So I'm going to take the little bit that did fall and I'm going to put it back on the apple. And we can leave the rest there. I'm going to get some pictures of the apple and then I'll record myself eating it. So now we're gonna try it and see how good it really is. That looks tasty. The caramel's falling off at the bottom. Kinda hard to get a bite in, but it's an apple, you know? That's really good. Would definitely recommend. Well, thank you for watching. Well, that's how you make caramel apples. And now we're gonna move over to back to the anchors. Take it away.
Well, that's 3 recipes brought by our YB team, and now it's time to wrap up our Halloween special.
Hope you learned some new fun facts and random stuff about Halloween, and especially come out of this video knowing how to make some delicious seasonal treats. Now, you all know what I'm going to be doing, eating candy.
Yes. Stay safe while trick-or-treating. Don't get a stomachache while eating candy. I might have had a stomachache one year. And enjoy the 2021 Halloween.
Bye!